I'm Hans Lysglimt. You're watching the Freedom Academy. I want to talk about an issue that I raised in my book, What Do You Want to Do with Your Life? That's a central core issue in that book. And that's a quote I made, and it goes like this. Be careful what you do, because what you do, you end up doing. Be careful what you do, because what you do, you end up doing. And my message with that is simple. It is the fact that a lot of us are doing something today that we don't really want to do. We really want to do something else. But we think that it's for a limited time and we'll just do it for 6 months, or we'll just do it for 12 months, or just a short little while, just a little longer. But what we do, we get stuck with, because it grows into us. It also becomes us. And time flies. It goes so fast. So if you want to be a baker and you do carpentry, and you do carpentry for 1 year and 2 years, it will be harder and harder to become a baker or whatever you really want to do. So I'm not saying that you should never do something else and that you should just jump to whatever you want to do right away, but just be careful what you do. Be considerate about what you do. Think about what you do. Because what you do, you end up doing. Whatever you do will grow on you. It will become your identity. It will become who you are. You will meet people in that industry, or in that place, or within that circle, or within that geography, and you will learn things about that, and you will get better at it. And the better you become at carpentry, if you want to be a baker, the worse the transition will be, and the harder the transition will be. So, not just entertain your dreams and what you really want to do with your life, but also look at what you're doing now and be very careful about taking on things. Be very careful about, I don't think people to a large degree realize that if they want to be a baker, but then they get an offer to be a carpenter for 6 months or a year, or take on a job to make that good money, they say to themselves, okay, I'll do that now, but I'll keep the dream alive, to be a baker. I don't think people realize how much that really catches you to take on that carpentry job, that other thing that you don't really want to do. And people take on responsibilities. They get on boards, they take on loans, they buy a new car because they think that somehow that's going to give them satisfaction for a short while before they do what they actually want to do. But everything you do, every single thing you do, ties you up. And it makes you that thing. It makes you tied into that thing you do, for whatever time you do it. So be better at saying no. Be better at prioritizing differently. Think really hard before you take on something. Think about, be careful what you do. Be careful what you do. Because what you do, you end up doing. You're watching Freedom Academy. I'm Hans Lysglimt.